When people say design a system properly, what does that actually mean? Because in real projects, things don't stay the same. Users grow, data increases, requirements change, and suddenly what worked before starts breaking. That's exactly why design principles matter. Not as theory, but as a way to think clearly when systems get complicated. Let's start with scalability. This is all about growth. Imagine your application works perfectly for a small number of users, but suddenly thousands or even lakhs of users start using it. If your system cannot handle that growth, everything slows down or crashes. So scalability means designing in a way that your system can expand when needed, either by upgrading existing resources or by adding more systems. Then comes reliability. Because systems will fail at some point. Servers go down, networks break, unexpected issues happen. The real question is, what happens next? Does your system completely stop, or does it recover smoothly? Reliability is about designing systems that continue working even when something goes wrong, using backups, failover strategies, and recovery plans. Now security, which is something you simply can't ignore today. Every system handles important data, whether it is user information, payments, or internal business data. Security is about protecting that data properly. This includes encryption, access control, and making sure only the right people have access to the right things. Another important one is performance. Users don't wait. If something feels slow, they leave. Performance is about how fast and responsive your system is. It could be your application speed, network delays, or database response time. A good design identifies bottlenecks early and ensures smooth performance. Then you have maintainability. Systems are never done. They keep evolving. New features get added, bugs get fixed, improvements happen. If your system is hard to understand, every change becomes risky. Maintainability is about keeping things clean and structured so future changes are easy and safe. Now, something people often overlook is cost optimization. In real life, everything costs money. Servers, storage, data transfer, everything adds up. A good architect balances performance and cost. There is no point building something powerful if it becomes too expensive to run. Along with that, flexibility and adaptability are very important. Requirements will change, technology will evolve. If your system is too rigid, even small changes become difficult. Flexible systems allow you to adjust without breaking everything. This is where modular design helps a lot. Instead of building one huge system, you break it into smaller parts. Each part handles one responsibility. This makes development easier, testing easier, and even replacing parts easier. Another thing to consider is interoperability. No system works alone. It has to connect with other systems, tools, or external services. Good design ensures smooth communication and integration using standard approaches. Then comes compliance and regulations. Depending on where you are working, there are rules you must follow. Data protection laws, industry standards, government policies. A good system is designed with these constraints in mind from the beginning. Now let's talk about user experience. At the end of the day, a real person is using your system. If it is confusing or difficult, they won't use it. Good design always keeps the user in mind, making things simple and intuitive. As systems grow, many teams move towards microservices. Instead of one large application, you split it into smaller services. Each service handles a specific responsibility and communicates with others. This makes scaling and managing systems much easier. At the same time, user-centric thinking is important. Instead of guessing what users need, you actually understand their problems. You gather feedback and design based on real usage. This ensures that what you build actually solves something meaningful. Performance testing is another step that should not be ignored. It is not enough to design for performance. You need to test it under real conditions, identify weak areas, and improve them. And finally, there is the mindset shift. Nothing stays fixed. You build, test, learn, and improve continuously. As a solutions architect, you need to adapt your design based on feedback, changing requirements, and new technologies. If you step back and look at all of this, these are not just rules. They are ways of thinking. Every decision you make should consider growth, failure, security, performance, cost, and user impact.